Hey guys, today we're gonna have a look at some of the longest ranked games played this season, some of them even reaching up to 4 hours. But before we go into it, let's have a look at some of the other records. The website we're using for the records is leagueofgrabs.com. If you go to the records tab, then you're gonna have all those 24 world records. So, if you want to be featured in an episode, one of the easiest way would be to beat some of those, and then send me an email to vandiril88@gmail.com and just add like WR in the title or world record. So we're gonna have a look at some of those records, and I'm gonna tell you which ones are beatable and which ones probably aren't. Just be sure to select Iron Plus in here, because it would be the best if you can beat the records in all divisions. So, kills in Iron are definitely beatable. The kills at 10, kills at 20 are not. As you can tell, they were done with this infamous poppy bug. First kill time is 25 seconds. It's technically beatable, but if you go to the game that it happened, the enemy was using Cartus. So the enemy was using the Cartus bug. So with the Predator nerf, it's still possible, but it's pretty tricky to do it. So this is a hard one. Deaths, beatable. First death time is absolutely unbeatable currently because Predator doesn't exist, so I'm a happy world record holder. Assist, you can beat it. Killing spree, you can beat it. It's only like 700 killing spree was the problem. 25 dragons killed only, so you only would need like 2.5 hours to beat it. First dragon kill time, you can see it was killed in under a second, but it's still beatable. Barons killed 18, beatable. First baron kill time, it is beatable, but it's very hard. In this particular game where the Jin got world record, they utilized enemies to proc the traps. So this would be extremely hard to do it if you don't have 5v5 flex sniping on each other. So basically all of those records, if you want to beat them, I would recommend only trying flex Q. And the best results you will get if you manage to snipe each other 5v5. Gold earned only 180,000, easy to beat. Gold per minute, absolutely undoable, you cannot beat it. Minions killed are only 5,454, so definitely you can go above it. Creeps per minute, no, you cannot do it. Longest time alive, absolutely beatable, you can just stand AFK for 4 hours in a game. And longest game, we're gonna come back here very soon, because as you can see, the longest game is 546 minutes, but how? Well, we're gonna get back to it. Damage dealt, you can beat it. Largest critical strike is probably unbeatable, and it's because there is a Yasuo bug you might have seen in some of my League of Bugs videos, that the Yasuo bug that allowed him to crit for this enormous amount of damage, so this doesn't seem beatable right now. Heal, damage taken, wards placed and wards killed are all beatable. You can see wards killed are only at 217, so it's pretty easy to beat this one. And if you manage to snipe each other in flex queue, so I would recommend trying to be really low elo and then try to snipe each other, or really high elo and tries to snipe each other in flex queue on probably less populated servers. But this is the focus of our video, longest game in Iron Plus. So before we go into it, I have actually a replay received from Summerback, who was playing the longest game in Diamond Plus. So you can see the longest game in Diamond Plus is only 133 minutes. And as you can tell by those numbers, basically they were the only ones that had few people in Diamond. Because you can see some singular attempts in 132 minutes, 130. So this basically means there was one person in Diamond in a certain match where this game went so long. So I wonder if you can actually check it. Let's see. You can see I clicked on the Graves, who was supposedly Diamond, and you can see those people are all different divisions, but somehow I guess he was Diamond at the time or something broke. So basically this was like the only Diamond MMR game that lasted over 2 hours. You can see there are 6 Diamond players in this queue, 1 silver, 1 gold, but the game was like Diamond MMR or very low Diamond MMR. But all the others definitely weren't. And if you scroll down, like the longest other games are like only 89 minutes. So you can tell that the games in Diamond don't really last long. Like you can see top 20, only top 19 is above 80 minutes. So yeah, it's not that impressive when it comes to numbers, but yeah. Here we are, we just got into the longest ranked Diamond game this season. Thanks again to Summerback for sending us replays of this game. So in this particular game, we have 4 champions that have infinite scaling. So on the blue side, we have Nasus and Senna that you obviously know. Also, in case you don't know, Swain also has infinite scaling, as he gets 5 5 bonus health per each soul fragment he gets. So 3 infinite scaling champions on this team, and on the other team they have Kindred, so they technically have a way to fight it. But based on things you can see at the bottom, well, the game didn't go really well. It's worth noting that the game is flex queue, but they didn't snipe each other. You can see the way they played, that they just played the flex queue, and basically they decided to hold the enemies hostage. So this is basically, they used the favorite strat of ours. So as you can see, we're 75 minutes in, and the way it's going is the red team keeps dying all the time because they try to get objectives and they are unable to do so. So you can see they're going for some sneaky strats. Let me turn on the items so you can have a better look. They're trying to push objectives, but because of blue team having infinite scaling, this thing is really difficult. Let's actually see Nasus in action. Oh man, the Swain is also, I guess, strong. Nasus? Oh, you can't really see his Q, but Nasus is currently at what? 20 to 62 stacks. Maybe let's move it slightly. Can you see it better? Maybe like this. Okay, so he has 22 62 stacks, so he does like 3000 damage with Q. But he cannot really crit because he doesn't have crit, so you cannot see the exact damage. That's the thing I don't really like about the replay, that you can only see the damage if it's a crit. So you can see in the meantime that the red team is just trying to get objectives, and they're slowly getting them, but it's basically this, you know, trying to get it and then dying, trying to get it and then dying. Here we can see, let's try to have a look here. Here is somewhere where the red team will get an inhibitor. Okay, so they killed someone. Gragas is trying to do things, but he's struggling, and Kindred goes for the split. But this is like a hide and sneak kind of game. So Kindred escapes, but then we have another contender here, which is Silas. Man. And in the meantime, who destroyed it? Well, let's have a look. I think minions did, didn't they? Yeah, just wait. They said blue inhibitor got destroyed. Yeah, minions destroyed. Okay, as I expected. So when champions cannot do it, minions will be able to do it. So this is basically the battle that has been for this entire game. Red team tries to do something, but they are being held hostage. But kudos to them for not giving up. So that's what matters. That's the spirit. So let's move forward a little bit more. Oh, you can see. That's a funny image to fast forward to randomly. Kindred is just trying to sneakily stand here. Does it work? Oh, this is actually so good. I don't know if those minions see her. If she gets out right now, she won't be seen, I think. No, this minion wave comes. So after this minion wave, she can probably go out. But then again, the bot lane inhibitor is already dead, so she's just chilling. She? Or maybe he? Kindred is. Oh man, I'm sorry, Kindred. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Please don't ban me. Okay. So Kindred is dead. And here we can see some art created by the blue team. Whatever that means, we could only guess. Let's fast forward a bit more and see the art. That seems like something rock solid to me, based on Malphite being here. But that's just my guess. So this is basically how the game ends. Silas doesn't even fight anymore, it seems. Although, yeah. We're gonna just fast forward until the end of the game. Yeah, Silas is emoting a little bit. Yeah. So basically, red team has been choked, you could say. Yeah, Nasus disconnecting, but it doesn't matter. Let's have a look at the stacks stat before the game ends. What stacks the blue team got. So Swain got 199 soul fragments, and I can tell you very sadly that I watched this game until the end, and he will stay at 199. He didn't get that one more stack that would allow him to get exactly 1k half. So that's a pretty sad story from him, because I checked those stacks before. And Senna is at 671, so she only has 155% lifesteal that you can see right now. It looks pretty decent. And then Nasus is at like what? Yeah, 4,656 stacks. And red team is currently losing to the strongest enemy possible, which is minions. So this is basically it. I think Will minions win? I actually don't know. I don't remember that part. Yeah, I think they will lose to minions. They just gave up and waited in base. They could have surrendered. Oh no, Kindred didn't give up. Kindred is still fighting. That's what I admire. I forgot the word. Admire. Yeah. So here it is, 133 minutes game, the longest ranked game in Diamond this season. So right after this, we're gonna have a look at the longest games in Iron Plus and then jump to the longest Iron game that we got so far. So let's get right into it. And here we go for the longest Iron Plus game. And when you look at the top, you probably wonder, what is this red goal record here? 546 minutes. And I was wondering what the hell is going on here as well. Because if it's Iron Plus, there should be 10 people with the same amount of time as he is, assuming that game like was played normally. And if you try to load this game, it says an error has occurred. Like this game doesn't exist according to this website. And then when you proceed to go to his OPGG, let's have a look back again. You can see it was 25th June 2020. And when you go to his OPGG, let's have a look here. This game was played on June 22, June 24, you can see on OPGG exactly, June 24, June 25, June 25, and the next one was already June 29. And nowhere across those games you can see any really long game like you can see on this website. So either there is some bug in the system here, or maybe he used the software that allows you to change the queue and he somehow queued as ranked. I mean, he played the game, but the game thought it's a different mode. You can kind of do it, and then that's how he got it. But still, the game should be in his match history, and it's not. So I wonder how it's here. So if that was the record, this game would be 9 hours and 6 minutes. So 9 hours and 6 minutes is pretty long game. As you might remember from my world record video, the longest games that we did only lasted around 400 something minutes. So 6-7 hours and it was gone. So let's discard this red goal record for a moment. The next people we have 237 minutes 21 seconds, and if you look at the match, let's have a look. Black Betty 0-1, and if you look at the stats, you can probably tell that those people are playing. You can also see it's ranked flags, but you can see those people probably sniped each other. I actually checked it out, and I've seen that Black Betty played with worst API IU, so they definitely sniped each other if they played with each other as well. So this was they sniped each other, and they had Vigar and Nasus for like long stacking champions, and that's pretty much it from the stacking champions. But the game has happened a few months ago, so we don't really have the access to. However, the next game that's only 13 seconds shorter happened just 10 days ago, and I managed to get the replay of that. So it's basically 3 hours, 57 minutes and 8 seconds. So it's a really long game. We're gonna have a look at this soon because I have the replay of that. And then when you scroll down and you keep scrolling, you can see a lot of people attempted to build this particular world record. In top 100 you can still see results over 200 minutes. But this is still beatable. You just need like premade to snipe each other. I wonder if they wanted to beat this record from Europe, but they failed, or they miscounted something. And we're gonna have a look at this because, yeah, as I said, we have replays. So let's jump straight into that game. So here we are. We are in the game that's lasted 237 minutes. And as you can tell by the bottom, there are a lot of things happening. So let's have a look at the champions. On the left hand side, you don't really have any champions that are scaling, honestly. The only champion that has some form of infinite scaling is basically Senna in this game. So we're gonna pay attention to Senna, how many stacks she gets. But for now, let's like go instantly to 2 hours or like close to the 2 hours so we can see the game state. We can see 3 people already AFK here. Shaco is playing the game, seems to be playing the game. And then Aphelios seems to be playing the game. You can clearly see those know each other as well because they are proxy farming, so their goal was basically to focus on that. And they actually got 4 Ocean Dragons too, that's pretty cool. So a lot of Barons slain, a lot of Dragons slain, but let's have a look at Senna. Senna 2 hours, how many stacks she has? She's currently at 510 stacks, so she has extra 600 range. So she's currently sitting like what, 1100 range? Can you actually see here? Yeah, it's 1225, so that's her current range. Let's see the items. She's rolling without the rapid fire cannon right now. But yeah, she's focused on farming. So you can see that minions at those at such a long games get really strong. This cannon minion has 7,000 health. Melee minion 1300. Ranged minions actually, I think their HP like remains almost the same, but their AD values are pretty insane. So we're gonna like fast forward another 2 hours because there's really not that much happening in this game. There are basically few people farming on each side. Yeah, 4 people are AFK, so it's just Aphelios playing and just Senna playing. Basically 2 of them, so... Yeah, Senna, how many stacks? She's probably like 1,000. 1,300 stacks on Senna, so that's pretty nuts. And they just keep farming, keep farming. Senna range is currently at what? 2250. Let's see if she does like any long range auto attacks. Let's turn the HUD off, maybe it will be easier to see. Senna, come on, you can do this. Okay, nice one shot on the ground, I like it. Oh, she has this warded, so she can easily attack wolves already if she wants to. Oh, she doesn't have wolves warded, actually, that's my bad. She's critting for like 3,000 though. Auto attack. Yeah, you see that the 2,000 range comes in handy here. You can definitely feel it. You can grab the salt. And yeah, Aphelios just got one shot from this range. Let's have a look at this one more time. It's not the image you see too often. Aphelios, you see, going for some nice farm. He just want to farm peacefully, but he just got crit for like 1,500 and then... Yeah, then he died. So, turn back the interface. We're gonna basically forward to the end of the game, because I'm really curious what happened that they didn't manage to keep the game going for 15 more seconds, because if they did, they would be at the top of the leaderboards. And I assume this was their goal. Did they like make the misplay or what happened? Because I'm really curious about it. You can see still all the inhibitor turrets are up. Let's have a look at the minions, by the way. 10,850 HP on the minion, by the way. Ranged keep having the same range. I mean same health. And when it comes to melee minions are probably also really tanky. Like how much health they have, 1,300. It doesn't scale infinitely on them, right? Oh man, those 4k crits. How much AD is he at? 1,690. How much is Senna at? 2,797. Wonderful. And the range is at 2,400, so... Seems good. Let's see what happened this game. We can turn this one off. Because if they play this game for 15 seconds longer... Or maybe the game crashed, but the game didn't crash. Because you don't really see objectives being destroyed here, unless the HUD, like, cannot fit them. So maybe there is, like, a limit to game length right now. So let's have a look. Or maybe she just pushed. Let's have a look. Let's maybe turn the HUD off for this one. What is Senna doing? Oh, she's attacking those guys. She's stacking like this. But how does this game end in like 20 seconds? Does Aphelios just die to minions? Is Aphelios just AFK or what? Because this game was 237... Blue team surrendered. No way. He surrendered 15 seconds earlier. Oh my god, that's heartbreaking. Imagine if you waited 15 seconds with that surrender. Or just like let the game push. You would have that world record. And you knew... I assume they knew it. So I don't know if they miscounted or what happened, but... Yeah. You can see the vision scores were pretty insane too. 2,300 on Aphelios, 1,300 on Shaco. On Senna, 1,900 and 3,000 CS, but... Well, that's how it ended. That's pretty sad, and that's how this video is gonna end. So as I said, if you try to beat any of those world records in Iron Plus, just send me an email to vandiril88@gmail.com with WR or world record, and it's pretty likely I would feature that one if you manage to beat a nice record. So if you get that could be amazing, and you guys could do some really crazy stuff to beat the world record. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and have a good day.